At this point, we are going to look at how we can style HTML lists. And so we have an HTML list here. This file has two types of list, the unordered list and the ordered list. Okay, and we have seen two of these lists. So by default, this has numbers 1 up to 7. We have 7 of them, and then 7 here as well. And there is an attribute that can be taken by this list. So with the ordered list, we can have the start attribute. We can ask it to start at 10 instead of starting at 1. So you can see that it moves from 10 to 16, or even we can prompt it to start at 0. So this list is beginning from 0. We can ask it to reverse as well. So you have the reversed attributes, and you can see that it's moving from 0 up to -6. Let us take this start from there and then see the beauty. So there were 7 items. It is now beginning at 7 and then ending at 1. So these are attributes that can be given to the list to help style the list as well. And we can also give a value attribute here. So value, let's say this alone, that is the 4th element. Let me remove the reversed from there. And then, so we are giving it a value of, let's say, 5. So you can see that this is 1, 2, but when you go to the 3rd element, since we have assigned it a value of 5, it continues. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that comes in handy when you want to style certain lists with some features that you don't know about. So this helps us style such lists. So we can take this off now, and then let's come up here. Where's my mouse? Yeah, let's come up here and then look at some. So this is the the style attribute, and then here we can have the unordered list. Let me close that down, and then we can give it the list style. If we make it none, let us see what is going to happen. So if you make it none, it means that the item is going to go, the markers, we call them markers. You can see that. Let us add this to it. So let's bring a comma and then ordered list. So this time everything is gone. So list style is gone now. Let us take it off. We also have the list style. We can have alpha. You can see that though this is an unordered list, as soon as we describe the list style as lower alpha, it has changed to become an ordered list. That is at the back, but the HTML element is still an unordered list, and if you want to capture it, you still use an unordered list. So you can see that by default it is disk. You see, by default the list style is disk, but if you change it, let us look at some of this is lower Roman. Let's look for numbers. Let's see if we would have numbers in there. I know we have numbers. So decimals. Yeah, so that is for numbers. We also have decimal with a leading 0. So it means that 01, 02, 03, and the rest. So that is basically for the list style. What again can we style? We can also target the individual elements of the list by getting this an ordered list this is an unordered list, and then tell that we want to style the specific child. So you can see that this is the parent element, the UL is the parent element. This is the MDN. This is the first child, that is the second child, this is the third child. So we can use the nth child pseudo class, n child. So if we make it n child as 2, it means that we are going to style whatever that is happening would happen to the second child. So let's see if that is really going to work. So background color, let's give it a background color of blue. Okay, that's not working. Unordered list. Let's target the list item 2 and see if that is going to work. Okay, so we are targeting the list item rather. So unordered list, we target the list item, and the second list item can be styled separately from the rest. So we can give this, we can do this. All the elements would have, so list item, and then all these would have a background color of, let's say, aqua, and it is only the second list item that would have this blue color, and that is doable. That is very nice. That's okay. So you can also style all the odd elements. So let's see. So this is applying to all the odd elements. So 1, 3, 5, 7, and the rest will be styled appropriately. And then just as we have odd, we have even. So this will apply to all the even elements, and they are going on very, very fine. You can also style the list element with an image. So let's look at that. List style image, and then you give a URL of an image. So let's see if we have an image here. Yes, this is an icon, which is a no icon. Let's see. Let us inspect this icon. So you can see this icon. This is the icon we are talking about. No. That is how we have named the icon. So let us copy this icon and then paste it in our list so that things will be at least easy for us. So icon no. So it's an SVG. So let's go. So we can now see this inside our list directory. So all that we do is that we indicate the name icon no.svg. Let's see if it's working. Good. So you can see that all the even elements, because we applied it to the even, though you can apply it to everything, that one, it depends on you, it depends on what you want. So we chose to apply it to only the even elements, and that is what is happening now. Everything is working very, very well. So that is what we mean by assigning a list style image. So this is the icon no. There's also a shortcut or a shorthand for assigning this. So let's look at that. So that is list style. You still use the list style, and then you first specify one of these given style. So it could be decimal, Georgian, or anything at all. So let's give it circle. So we can see we are applying it to only the even element. So please take note of that. You can apply it to everything, but that is our choice. This is our choice to apply it to only the even elements. So you can see the list style is circle, and then we can still specify the URL of the image. Let's see if it's going to work. So that is working. Why do we have to specify the 2? This circle acts as a fallback so that in a case where our image is not loaded, maybe it is due to a slow network, or the image path is missing or something like that, the list will display as a circle but wouldn't rely on the image. So let's take this from there. Let us move the image here now and see what is going to happen. So you see, as soon as we moved the image, now the server or our browser is not finding the image in that same directory in which we specified, and so it has fallen back on the circle, and that is a good thing. We don't know what is going to happen on the user's web page, and so we do the best practice. We do what is necessary or what is expected of us. You can also see that automatically there is some level of padding around the list. You can see this space. There's a space between the screen and where the list is seen, and you can remove that. Let's see how we can remove that. Let's go back and then install the unordered list alone. Let's remove the padding 0. So you can see that the padding is off, but as soon as we remove the padding, the list item also goes away. But that is the essence. So we remove the padding, everything goes away. So there are times you want a list but you don't want any marker. You don't want any marker at all, and then you want to remove the padding as well. This is how you go about it. So now let us take off the padding since we want it. Yeah, and now we would want to change the marker here. We want to give it our own value. Okay, and here we use a CSS pseudo element. So it's an element that we didn't create, but it was rather the browser or HTML that created for us. So let's go, list item. Okay, let's target the ordered list. I think we have targeted, we've been so unfair to the unordered list. So let us target the ordered list now, and then its list item. With the list item, let us give it the pseudo marker. So this is a pseudo element, and you can see it has 2 columns. That shows that it's a pseudo element. So you can see that whatever marker we are using is what is targeted. So we have made it red in color. There are other things we can add to it. So we can also give it a content. That is where my interest lies. Content. So let's give it a content of nothing. Okay, this is being suggested. So let's give it this content. So you can see that as soon as we apply this content, you can see the hand. Let us change the font size. It looks quite small. It looks quite big, sorry. So we can see that it has moved to become very small. So this is how we can style the marker itself. So that is what indicates the list, whether it's a numbered list or an ordered list or any form of list. This is how we can style it nicely.